Hello everybody, welcome back to Carnation Crafts TV. I'm Laura. We have Bunny next door. We are live and interactive. If you want to message in, ask any questions, anything at all, please do message in. We love hearing from you. Now this is the second show that we are going to be looking at our brand new expansion pack, which is the Serene Swing Card Shape. So this is the die that we are looking at in this hour. It is your complete card shape. You have your mats, you have this lovely floral lace design to go on to those mats as well, and then you have this lovely swing that will just sit in the center of the card, which just looks, I don't know, there is something quite nostalgic about it, but equally this could be used with the characters. This could be used as a Christmas card, a Valentine's card. There's so many different ways that you can use it, and you can see there you have the option of having it as an aperture like this, or you can have it as a complete card front. I will show you the board so you can see exactly what you're going to be getting in the set. Now this was very popular earlier, and we are almost 30% of the stock now of this has gone, so it has been extremely popular. We do get a lot of people as well tune in and watch the shows later on in the day. Obviously some people are in work at the minute. We do also have a lot of people out in America who watch us as well, and it's a bit early, isn't it? What is it now, 12? So it'd be like, what would it be? It'd be 7 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, just starting to wake up. So we do get a lot of orders later on in the day as well. Now the show price on this is $22.99. That's going to go up at midnight tonight, so don't miss out on that show price. It's 260114 is the item number if you want to type that in. You can type in Serene Swing Card Shape, or you can scan the QR code that you can see there on your screen. Now the die that we are looking at, the Serene Swing, you can see you have your card base built in for you, and you have the option of having it as a complete card front, and then you can see you have tiny little pips holding that aperture inside. So you then have the option of going in and snipping that out and having it as an aperture design. So you've got options with that. Then you've got your mat, and then you've got this lovely lace floral layer to go on top. Now one thing I love with when they do their layers like this, to me, I mean, you might be looking at that and think that looks exactly like a specific type of flower, but for me that looks like a very generic flower. So if I did that in red, I could use that for Christmas because it gives you kind of like a poinsettia vibe, or cream, or white. But when you do them in colours, spring colours, it's going to look perfect as well, summery colours. So you can mix and match this up for lots of different seasons as well. And then you have that swing. You can see you've got a separate seat as well, so you can layer the seat on and have that in different colours too. So really, really lovely die. You're getting a big die there as well with a lot of detail for $22.99. Very good price on that as well. I'm gonna grab, let me do this one because I think that was the last one we did. So let's start with these. So I'm going to go through some of the samples so you can see, you know, some different ways that the design team have used these. And don't forget as well about using the actual card base with other things as well. Like there you can see the swing has been used, but they've actually used it with card shapes or matte and layering dies that they'd have in their stash already. So don't be afraid to mix and match these up with other things as well. Vera did that one. Then I've got one here by Pam. Look at that with those flowers there. I love how you can have the swing, like just that little bit of movement in there. It's cute, isn't it? And yeah, children's cards. They'll absolutely love this. Anything, I always find any card with a bit of movement, like kids are just drawn to it. They just want to move things all the time. Then we've got this one here by Barbara. I really like this one because it almost gives you the idea of just building up that aperture with your floral designs. Now I'm going to quickly mention the flowers. So all the flowers that you are seeing that the design team have used and all the flowers that I am using in my demos too, they are from the Bouquet Maker. Now the Bouquet Maker is on our next show too, but we did mention it in the earlier show, so I'll just quickly mention it now because the Bouquet Maker has got a brand new colorway. So if you've already seen it and you're thinking that doesn't look like the ones that I've got, it's got a brand new colorway today and it is being retired, okay? So because it's from, was it 2022? If you wondering why I'm laughing, it took all of that time for Bunny to try and get 2020 out, and she had a bit of a meltdown there. So 2020 was when the Bouquet Maker came out. Now it has a brand new colorway, which is what you can see now, which is being released today. It also has 2 other colorways available as well. So you've got the original one, you've got the new recolor that's available now, and you have in the courtyard colorway as well. So you'll have 3 colorways straight away to play with these stunning florals. But, and the big but with this one is, because it is being retired, the stock that we have left in the warehouse is the only stock that we're going to have. We're not reordering it back in. So if you want to grab it, and this is why I'm mentioning it now and not waiting until the 2 o'clock show, we are very, very limited stock. Like so much so we've had a conversation of what we could do instead in the 2 o'clock show, because we're not sure that the stock is going to be there to have the show. So if you are looking at these flowers and thinking, do you know what, if I order the Bouquet Maker and I order the Serene Swing Card Shape, they work perfectly together. It's going to put me in my free P&P bracket. This is perfect. I'm going to order both. Then grab the 2 of them while they're there, because I don't know how long the stock of the Bouquet Maker is going to be there. I'm just going to quickly show you the board so you can see exactly what you get. And if I just put that there, you can see the color difference straight away. This is the recolor. This is the original colorway that you'll be getting. You get a lot in here. There's a lot that you're going to get in there. And do you know one thing I love about this? The flowers, so like that bunch of flowers there gives you these. So one pass of your machine, you're going to get that cluster of flowers. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers, individual flowers tubes straight away, but those 4 flowers are stuck together, which I love, because if I have a small die, I am the person that would lose it. So these are, the clusters are actually connected. So one pass, same with like these roses, look, one pass the roses and you're going to get 4 of the larger roses, these ones, and you're going to get 2 of the little rose buds. So I absolutely love that. So a lot of flowers you will get in there, and like we said, 3 colorways. It is $39.99 for all of that. And because you have those nice long stems as well, it makes it a lot more usable, because you can use them on their own, you can cut the heads off, you can use them in vases. So you're going to get a lot in there, and that's what I'm going to be using now. So we're going to start off obviously using that Serene Swing Card Shape. Now I have got some, our Blush Natural. I had a bit of a brain frog then. It's only ever the Hammered or Blush Natural. They are my favourites. So now I'm going to use this for the card shape. And because I've got the app, I'm going to use the aperture style on the front. It's obviously going to make the front of the card a bit less stable. So I'm going to stick 2 of these together just to give it a bit more structure, okay? And I'm keeping the centerpiece in this, because this is going to go on the back. So that is just going to sit on there like that. Oh, so Bunny's saying we've had a message from Pam, who is one of our lovely DT ladies. Oh, and she said she's just got back from shopping and it's lunchtime, and she's written, what a horrible day. So we're assuming she means the weather. Yeah, let us know, Pam. You haven't had a horrible shopping trip. It's just a horrible weather day. Because it's not actually raining or anything yet. It's cold, and it does look a bit grey outside, but at the minute it's not raining. So we're going to assume it's raining where you are, Pam, or you've had a horrible shopping trip, which I hope it's not. But yeah, me and Bunny are very intrigued now. We need to know more details, Pam. She's going to message back now and be like, well, I went into this shop. Yeah, well, that's true. Bunny just said sometimes it can be horrible going shopping. I find the only time it's really horrible shopping is like Christmas time, when it's like everybody is like rushing and like it's so busy everywhere. Well, yeah, to be fair, Bunny's just said Saturdays in general. That's, yeah. I don't. So Pam's just messaged back. She says, yes, it's horrible, rainy and cold. Well, do you know what though? That's a perfect excuse to stay in and craft. So, and we're glad that you had a nice shopping trip, and it's just the weather that's horrible. Next, Bunny will want to know what you were shopping for, what you bought. She wants to know everything, she's saying, Pam. Right, now I'm just going to pull this tape off here. So we've done the card shape again in Blush Natural, but obviously this time I have cut, I've just snipped away that center aperture. And like I said, those cut lines are in there for you. So all you're doing is just snipping away those little pipets that are holding that center bit together. And then I've got a sheet of acetate again. So our carnation acetate, it is on the website. I'm just trying to get all the bits off there that aren't coming off. Right. Bit staticky. But do you know what? Do you know if your acetate is really, really staticky? You can you can use like an anti-static bag. So it's like a little bag with powder in, and you can just go over it and it just pulls all the static off. Or if the other thing you can do is get like, do you know, like you go into certain shops that sell stuff that is very cheap, and sometimes, you know, if you go in there and it's like it's very cheap things that you can buy in there. You know what shop I'm on about? Yeah. So you can go in and you can get things very cheaply, so for a certain amount of money. Yeah, so go into that shop and get a makeup brush, because that you know, you can get like a pack of them for like £1, you know. So just get a cheapy makeup brush and get some corn flour. So like just get a little pot, leave it in your craft room, and then dip the brush in a bit of corn flour. Just like tap off any of the excess and just brush over it with the corn flour, and that'll do the same thing. So, no, because if you can see some of the powder on the acetate, then brush over it. Just means you've added a bit too much. But no, it'll just pull all the static off. So like if you want to do something like heat embossing, you know, sometimes like you'll heat emboss a stamp or something onto acetate. If you want to do anything like that, then make sure you do that first, because otherwise you'll put your embossing powder on and the embossing powder will just stick to everything. So yeah, so you can either grab an anti-static bag or use some corn flour. So there you go. Right, let's pull these off. Oh, Pam's messaged back to us now. She's only gone food shopping. Well, I mean, at least it's done. Yeah, so you've got food. Oh, and she's said that she will be back crafting soon. She's busy. Ooh. Oh, is that what she said? Oh. Yeah, so Bunny just said she's busy making us lovely DT samples. And I thought that's what Pam said. But no, that's just Bunny's being nice. To be fair, she probably is making samples. They are beautiful. Right, I'm going to add a bit of glue on the top of there. Oh, actually, oh no, it's fine. Actually, I'm going to do it at the same time. So let's grab my swing, and I'm just going to do this with glue. So I'll put a bit of glue on there. And a bit of glue on there. And then if I pop that, kind of where it's going to be there. And then I can put that on either, no, let's try putting it the right way. And then if I put that on there, so then that swing stuck there then. Right, so I've got the front with that aperture design in, and then obviously the back has got the hole, and then I've put the swing glued to the front of that acetate, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. Got the swing, and like I said, if you're doing this in the house, red liner tape every time with acetate. I'm just doing this for speed. So then put another swing on top of there, and then that's going to cover the glue. So then if I just pull that off quick, so you can see, you don't see any of the glue then, you just see the swing on either side. Right, so we'll leave that a second to set, and while that's setting, we'll put the mats and layers on next. So you've got the mats to go on each side, and then you've got the mat to go on the bottom as well. So I've just put a bit of foam tape on here. I've got this nice yellow colour. I think the perfect papers I've used are from Into Spring. I feel like they are. Yeah, because was it last week we had it on? So I feel like it was there when I was prepping. So I feel like that's where these are from. So we're going to add that one on that side, and then we've got the one then to sit across the bottom. So we'll pop that there like that. So you've got the card, and then I'm going to grab that lovely floral lace design then. So we've got the lovely flowers with that lace pattern. So add some glue along these flowers. And then we can pop that onto there. And we'll grab one for the other side. So same thing, just add some glue. So I'm just going along those florals, and make sure you grab the end bits as well. Add that on there. And then we've got that nice pattern to go on the bottom as well then. So we'll just add a little bit of glue on there. And then you've got, essentially, you've completed your card base. You've got your mats, you've got your layers, you've got the lovely aperture design, you've got the swing in the center as well, ready to go in and decorate. So you could just, you know, if you think about it, you could cut out the base of your card. If you popped, I've got an A4 die cutter machine, okay, and I use the magnet, so I'll pop a couple of different dies on my magnetic sheet and pass it through. You could essentially make that card in just two passes of your die cutter machine, you know, with an A4 machine, and then you've got an absolutely stunning card. You've made that from two passes of your machine. And you could do that, like I said, if you did that in different colours, it's going to look completely different. If I took that yellow away and just added in more of that blush natural, that would scream a wedding card to me. Like, there's just so many different ways that you can use them, and it just looks so, it just catches your eye, doesn't it, straight away. So it's so easy, quick and easy to make a beautiful looking card. Right, so we're going to start building this up now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop my sentiment in first, I think, so then I can kind of build round the sentiment. So I've got celebrate your day. Oh, you're proud of me, Bunny. I used a different one. I'm going to have a look and grab some different sentiments, I think. Have a little, we'll do we could do a TikTok video, Bunny, of me, and we'll do like, do you remember that show when they've got the trolley and they've got like however long to go around? Yeah, to go around the shop. We could do that, but I'll have a basket and I'll have like a minute to run around the warehouse and like check anything that I can find in the basket. Right, now I've also got the seat for the swing, and I've done that in that same colour from the Perfect Paper. So just to give the swing a bit more detail, so I'll pop that on there like that. So you can see that just stands out that little bit more now. Right, and then I've got a handful here of different flowers now that I'm going to use from the bouquet maker, okay? So I think we're going to put the sentiment there, and then I think we're going to build the flowers down from that. So let's pop this in, because then I can tuck some things in and around that then. So we'll pop that on there, and then let's add in some of these flowers. So let's go in with the foliage first. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of build these down. I'm going to cut off some of the stems. That's the lovely thing about having some nice long stems on these flowers. You can cut them down. Because you've got those long stems, you could have them like built up in the background. You've got so many different options because of that, that you're not stuck. You can just mix them up in different ways. So, and I'm just going to build these kind of coming down like so. But do let us know though if you've got any ideas of what you'd want to put on the swing. Because like we've been saying, like, you know, the dogs and different things, but like you might be like, you might have something completely different idea of what you want to put in there. Oh, a teddy bear would be nice for like a baby card, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be cute. So Bunny's just said the email exclusive that you had, was it last week? Either last week or the week before, was a unicorn and a dragon. You could use those. And she's saying she thinks they would be the right size to fit on the swing. Oh, that's a nice idea. There's just so many different ways, isn't it, of using it? You can mix them up, which I think is what we all like when we're looking at card shapes. So you don't want a card shape that you think, oh, well, that's going to be great for, you know, that might be great for my Christmas cards, but then, you know, I'm going to get it and then I'm not going to use it all year round then because I'm only going to use it for Christmas. You know, you want something that you can mix up and use all year round and you're going to get your money's worth out of it. And you're definitely going to get that with this. Right, so I'm going to add some flowers coming down there and then I'm going to add some coming up and along the seat as well. So I'm going to pop some going across there, like that, and then let's add in the sunflower. I love that. I think that's so, look at the detail on that, really lovely. Yeah, you can't be sad when you look at a sunflower, it just makes you happy. Oh, do you know what you would love, Bunny? Do you know, by where I live, there's sunflower fields, and springtime and summertime. So I think it went, I can't remember what month it opens, but you can basically go down and you can walk through the sunflower fields, and they are huge. They are like, some of them are taller than you, and you're just walking through this huge place of sunflower. I'll have to show you pictures. It's so lovely. It is really nice, really pretty. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Oh, Bunny's saying that she thinks there's one near here. Oh. Oh, I think you'd like that. Right, now I'm just going to add a few more flowers. I've got some roses. I'm going to add that in there. Let's move that there. And then I need like a little there. I'll add this little one in. So let's pop that in there somewhere. If I move that, I'm going to tuck that there. They're just so easy to use. You don't really need to think about it. Just pop them in, and then I think, should I put a little bit on the top as well? Oh no. Needs there? I don't know. Should we leave it like that? Should we stop? Let's stop. Right, so now if I pick that up, so you can see you've got that aperture window, and then you can build that up. So you've got the option of having that window in, or you can leave it and have it so you've got that complete card front, and then you can just build on that card front then. But I think it's so nice that you've got the options. You've got different choices with this. And one of the things I was saying in the earlier show was when you've got the card shape just with the mats and layers on, it kind of made me think of like curtains, like a window style. You know, you could put different things that like, is it Winter's Light has got that like window seat. Like you could put that window seat there, and that's got a cat, like this like legging, hasn't it? Has it got a cat? Oh, somebody used it in a sample from Naughty Pets. Okay, but it's got a window seat, and it's got that lovely scene that you could build there. There's just so many different ways, so many different collections that you're going to think of bringing in with this. It's just a very, very usable set. So it is the Serene Swing Card Shape that you can see there. It's item 260114. Now, like we said, it is 30% of the stock of this is gone. It has been extremely popular, and the show price on that is going to go back up at midnight tonight. And we did also, I'm just going to quickly mention again, if you are thinking about getting that and you are thinking about getting the bouquet maker is being retired. So the flowers you can see there on that card, that's where they have come from, the bouquet maker, which is being retired. So it's kind of your last chance to get it. I mean, there's not a lot there either. We are very limited stock on the bouquet maker. So if you do want to grab that, and then obviously that will push you into your free P&P mark then as well. So if you do want to grab the two of them, don't wait till the 2 o'clock show. Just jump in and add them both in, because you could possibly miss out, because we are very, very limited. And 30% of the swing card as well has gone. So do not wait for us. Right, shall we jump in to another demo? So this one I'm going to do the same thing. I'm using the card shape, and I've cut the center bit out, so we're going to use it with that aperture style in the center. So we're using the card shape again for the base, so I'm just going to glue them together, and we've got our card base ready. So let me just put that there. Right, let's grab some tape, and we'll add in some of these mats and layers. Right, so I've got the mats to go on here. I've cut them out in craft card. I'm amazed I picked them up without sticking anything else to myself. Okay, let's add a bit of foam tape on here, and then we can just give a little bit of height in between these layers. What I have been doing is just cutting a little bit to go on that top bit, just to make sure that bit stays up as well. So I'll just put a tiny bit there. And then just put two little bits on there. And then we can pop this together. So add that in. And add that there. Right, so let's put these in. So add a little bit of tape, and then we can pop this. So you can see the straighter edge is what's going to go on the outside. So that's just going to sit there like that. And then we're going to put this side on as well then. So that is going to go there, and then you've got that mat to go across the bottom too. So we'll pop that in, and then you've got that lovely floral lace pattern. So I've just used our super smooth cardstock. So this is whitened cardstock. So let's just add these in. So again, just add some glue along those flowers, and then we can add those panels in there. Give you a lovely design. Lovely big flowers as well. And it's nice that they do look like, they can look like different flowers. So using those in different colorways is going to change the look of them completely. So you could really use them in different ways. Oh yeah, and Bunny's just mentioned as well that the flowers in the bouquet maker. If you maybe you've missed them, you haven't seen them before, because we're bringing them back today just for well, I think it probably will be just for today because we're very limited stock. It's only the stock that we have in the warehouse is what we've got. It's being retired so when that stock is gone, it's not going to be coming back, but they have actually brought you a brand new colorway today. So you are going to have the original colorway, you're going to have the brand new colorway that is launched today, and then you've got the colorway from In the Courtyard as well. So you're going to get 3 different colorways to use with those flowers straight away. I love when they do that with flowers because I always think, you know, you can cut the same flower out in different colors and you can just build it up and it looks completely different just using the different colorways. So you could make like the roses that are in there. Like if I grab that, so you've got those roses and then you've got the rose buds. So you've got 2 different colors in the one colorway. Then you're going to have 2 different colors in the other colorway and 2 different colors in the other way. So you're going to have 6 different colors of those roses. So you could just cut out a load of these. You could cut 4, so you're going to get 6 there. So you could get 6 of this color, 6 of the other colorway, 6 of the other colorway, and you're going to have 6 different colors in a bouquet of roses just from the same die. You could just build up a bouquet of roses that are going to look different, but you've used the same dye, which is so good. I always feel like you kind of get like, whenever Carnation bring out another colorway, it feels like you're kind of like cheating, you're getting another one for free. Because it does, it can sound a bit silly, but like, do you know when you get something in a different color, it does change the look of it completely. And it just gives it a brand new lease of life. Right, so I've stuck the swing down just on the back, just to that top bit. And then I'm going to stick down another swing on top of that. And that's just going to help support, obviously, that swing. And then I've got the swing seat. And what I've done is I've cut it out again in craft card. But I'm going to stick 2 on there just to give that seat a bit more dimension, so this seat sticks out a lot more, so that seat just looks a bit more 3D. So you can see the seat looks now as if it's in front of the rope. So now what I'm going to do is come in with my flowers. And I think for this one, we're going to build the flowers up on the swing. Yes, let's do that. Right, let's put the sentiment in first, because then I'll know how far up to go. So I've got celebrate your day. Oh, that's the same one we just used, isn't it? It can be for anything as well, couldn't it? Like celebrate your day, it could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could be a party, it could be absolutely anything. It could be graduation. Let's put that on there. So we'll put that there. Oh, Bunny's ghost has just visited her. Right, let's add that in. And then let's build some flowers. Now, like I said, the lovely thing with these florals is they've got those nice long stems, like you can see. So you've got different options, even with the foliage, like you can see how they've got nice long stems. So obviously you can trim them down, you can put them into a little pot, you can have them coming out of a vase, you can build them coming out of your sentiments, or you could build like a corner piece with them. So you've got different options with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip into some of these, because we're going to have these kind of going up the string of the swing. So let's pop these in. So I'm going to start. Yeah, now, one thing I will say, if you are doing this at home and you're going to do what I'm doing now, which is put things onto the string, obviously when I pick this up now, I'm going to have to be really careful not to knock these. So what I would do is just have your card exactly like I am, like this, put everything on there and leave it to set. And then when you open your card, then obviously your flowers aren't going to move anywhere. And then they'll be kind of in between the card then. So when you've opened that, the flowers will keep the swing kind of like in the middle. So then every time it opens, it's kind of in the right place then, if that makes sense. So then you'll know it's exactly where it needs to be. So let's add oh, we've got a message on, is that on Facebook? On Facebook, Sonal. Oh, and they're saying hello from Florida, and it's raining there. And the temperature's supposed to drop soon. Oh, that doesn't sound nice at all. Oh, I'd have thought it would have been nice and warm in Florida. Oh, would it? Did they get that? I don't know why I feel like Florida just always get nice weather. Did they get... Oh, Bunny's saying she thinks they get the extreme of both. Oh, she's not sure though. No, not mine. Oh, well, I hope the temperature doesn't drop too much and it gets nice and sunny again soon for you. But do you know what? As much as, like, I don't mind the, I am a cold person, okay? Bunny will tell you I am always cold. But I don't mind the cold if it's not raining. I just don't like the rain. But on the other hand though, it's like, it's nice to just be inside when it's raining. Do you know, like if you just sat in your craft room. Like I was prepping this a couple of days ago and it was absolutely hammering it down. And it's just like, it's so nice to just be inside, like warm and cozy, crafting. No, you haven't got to go anywhere. You just sat there crafting and like just the weather outside is just like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere. It can carry on raining. So just think of it as if it's a rainy day, it's a craft day. No. Let's add a little one. I'm going to add a little one on the bottom. Let me snip that down a bit. Now we'll add that in, and then I think we'll leave it just like that with just the flowers on, and then we'll jump in and do another demo. So do you see what I mean now about the flowers? But yeah, so like obviously when that dries, that'll keep it there like that then in the middle. They're really, really pretty, and I don't think there could have been a better one than the bouquet maker to go with it either. They worked so well together. It's just like, oh, but like that now, with craft card and flowers on the swing, that makes me think of like a wedding card, because that's how I've seen them like in pictures of like the bride and the groom is pushing the bride on the swing and they'll have flowers going down the string of the swing. So I can just imagine that like as a wedding card. Really pretty. So lots of different ways that you can use the swing card. Don't forget that show price is going to go back up at midnight tonight, so do jump in if you are thinking about getting that. We were 30% of the stock gone, and that was when just before we came in and started the show, so I don't know what the stock is at the minute. Neither does Bunny, so we don't know. So if you do want to grab that, then do jump in and get it while it's on that show price. Don't forget, you've got the QR code there. You can type in Serene Swing Card, or you can type in 260114, and that will pop straight up for you. Don't forget about the bouquet maker either, because that's very, again, if there's stock still there. It was very limited stock before we came on air, and we haven't had stock updates since. So it might still be there, it might not. So let's jump in and make another card. So I'm using the Serene Swing Card Shape. I've got my card base. Now this time I am keeping that centerpiece in there. And then, do you know what, for speed, we're just going to stick these down. So we're going to do the mats and layers for this. So let's add these in here. So you've got your mats. I really do think that this is into spring. Perfect papers. Yeah, Bunny's agreeing with me. Right, let's add the other one in. So you've got your card base, you've got your mats, and then we're going to add in that lovely floral lace design next. So you can see, I do love that. I think that's so pretty. Really delicate. So let's add some glue on here. And do you know what? I'm sure I've got one. I have. Wait, one sec, I'll do it now. So I'll add this in. So you've got... Oh, Bunny's telling me that we've had a message off Josephine as well. And she's saying hello from Virginia. Oh, wow. Wow. What time is it there? Oh my gosh, Virginia, who was it that messaged? Josephine from Virginia's message in to say that she's having a work from home day because they've had a ice storm there. I mean, there's no better excuse for a stay-at-home day than an ice storm. I don't even think we've ever had an ice storm here. No, I don't think it does get that cold here. For an ice storm. That sounds... Well, at least you're home and you're safe, away from the ice storm. Oh, so she's also messaged saying, beautiful card that we just made, thank you. And she's ordered the card shape. We all do that. So she's also said that she was about to order the bouquet maker and then realized that she already had it. But she's saying thank you for the extra colorways. Oh, thank you, Josephine. That's such a lovely message. I think we all do that. Like think, oh, I'm going to order that, and then realize that. But yeah, yeah, exactly. It must mean that you really like it if you've looked at it again and thought, oh, I'm going to get that. But oh, thank you for your message, and I hope your ice storm it doesn't last too long and everything clears up soon. That must be so cold to have an ice storm. Bunny is now shivering in the studio next door thinking about the ice storm. Oh, I don't even think I've heard of an ice storm before. Oh, Bonnie's saying she has heard of one. Yeah, it sounds like something that would come up on a film or something like, yeah, it does. Oh, it must be, I can't imagine how cold that is. Yeah. Right, now we've got our card shape. Let's pop the sentiment on. And we've got all the mats and layers in, ready to go. We've popped the swing in the center. And I've just done that quickly on just 2 layers of cardstock, so that just stands out a little bit more. I've got someone special that I'm just going to pop here. So let's add this in. Oh, and just quickly before, because I've used a similar colorway here, because sometimes, you know, when I say to you about using foam tape in between your mats and layers, now I've done that, I've just glued that down because I wanted to get another demo in before the end of the show. So I've just done it quickly, just so obviously you get the idea of the card shape. But if I show you those two, okay, now I know we've decorated that already and the sentiments in, but just look at the panels. Can you see the difference? And the only difference is that that has been stuck down on foam tape and that has just been glued. And that's why sometimes I say to you, if you look at your card and you think, oh, it needs something else, sometimes adding foam, like your foam pads or foam tape in between your mats and layers can make a world of difference. So never think, oh, do I, don't I, you know, just give it a go, because it really can make a world of difference. Right, so I've got somebody special, and then look who we've got. His little feet. You're never going to let me live that down here. So I just brought that in, and Bunny just went, oh, look, it's your squirrel. Because I accidentally, one time, out of how many shows have we done with him, the little hedgehog, one time I called him a squirrel, even though there's a squirrel in the set, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. She's never going to let me live that down. It's going to be a squirrel. He is so cute. So we're going to pop him on the swing, and then I'm going to pop some of the flowers and the foliage kind of around him and coming up. So he's kind of like nestled in his flowers on this swing. So let's add some of these in. Oh, we've had a message on YouTube from Andrew, who has said, hi Laura and Bunny. Well, hi, hello Andrew from me and Bunny. Thank you for messaging and joining in with the show. I'd love for, do you know, if somebody's watching and they've never seen one of our shows before? Like, yeah, like, you know, is anybody watching who's, you know, this is the first time that you're watching one of the shows? And if it is, like, how have you found us now? Because we've been doing shows, well, Carnage and Crafts have been doing shows for how long? It's got to be about three years. Carnage and Crafts have been doing shows. So how did you find the show for the very first time? Right, let me tuck that there. Yeah. And then I'm just going to bring some flowers and some foliage in. Tuck that in there like that. And then I've got another one here, so let's pop this in. He looks very happy and content there, doesn't he? Doesn't he? He's like very, very happy with himself there, isn't he? And then I'm going to add these in just for a little pop of colour. So add one there. Add one there as well. Just build them up like that. And then I'll just add a couple of leaves. And then we'll stop there, I think. No, he's so cute. Aww. But you could do that same design now, but that could be one of the cats. It could be one of the dogs. It could be one of the mice. It could be so many things. It could be something that we've got coming on Monday that you could have on there. I'm gonna have to try that now. I'm gonna have to cut one of these out for the show on Monday, and then we can say I'll show it to you with this. So if you've bought this, I will cut one out, and then on the show on Monday, the thing that I think will fit there perfectly, we'll try it on the show. So we'll put it on the swing, and we'll see if they fit nicely, because I think that they will. And if they do fit on there, that is going to be the most like adorable card. Yeah, it's going to be so cute. Right, now that was our last show looking at the Serene Swing Card Shape. The price on that is going to go back up at midnight, okay? So you have got the rest of the day to get your order in. But our next show, we are going to be looking at the bouquet maker. So those are the lovely flowers that you've seen us use in the last two shows. But we are going to be looking at that because it has got a brand new recolor, and we are very limited stock on that, okay? So if you want to grab anything or make your order during the break and then come back and watch the show, you know your order is in then for that. So we will hopefully see you back here at 2 o'clock.